You started this business because you love your product. You love making it. You love the joy on other people's faces when you sell it to them or give it to them. And so you decided to start a business. And now the business is running over you like a Mack truck. You are wondering, when the heck are you ever actually going to make any money? When do you finally get that freedom and fun that was the whole reason why you started this business in the first place? When will you stop being in the day-to-day of the business and running around like everything is on fire, where the business doesn't work if you're not in it? It is time for that to change. If you have proven your concept and you know this is a good idea, then it's time for you to start learning how to be the boss, to become the CEO that your business requires of you to actually work, to create money and profit without you being in the day-to-day. And we do that through Master Your Business. Listen, you could go spend a lot more money on a MBA and learn the same things that I'm going to teach you in this program. This is all about creating systems and processes and knowing your numbers. We're no longer going to be afraid of our numbers, and we are going to create an intentional path for your business to succeed, to stand the test of time, and to work for you. We are starting a new cohort very soon. Go to masteryourbiz.co and get yourself registered. Prove to yourself that this is going to be a business that works and you are going to be the CEO your business needs. Welcome to Your Food Business Success. This podcast is for early stage entrepreneurs in the packaged food industry ready to finally turn that delicious idea into reality. I'm your host, Sari Kimball. I have guided hundreds of food brand founders to success as an industry expert and business coach, and it's gotta be fun. In this podcast, I share with you mindset tools to become a true entrepreneur and run your business like a boss. Interviews with industry experts to help you understand the business you are actually in, and food founder journeys so you can learn what worked and didn't work and not feel so alone in your own journey. Now let's jump in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. So I told you guys a few weeks ago, maybe more than a few weeks, that I'm going to be making some shifts. I have my new Reinvent podcast, which has a lot more mindset pieces. I'm opening up my coaching business to help people, coach people through reinventions. And some of those are entrepreneurs starting businesses or stepping into becoming the CEO that they need to be, want to be in their business. But it's open to a much larger swath of people. It's not just the food industry. And so part of this is about me pulling back a little bit on the podcast, the Food Business Success podcast. I need to make space for new clients as well as recording the other podcast. So I told you that maybe 6 weeks ago, 4, 5, something like that. I don't know. There's like 7 episodes now of the podcast. Anyway, here we go. This is the first replay. And I really haven't done this yet. And so this is a little bit of a reinvention for me as well, to let go and say, it's okay. I don't need to record a brand new one every single week. And in fact, there's a lot of value to bringing back some of the early episodes that you maybe haven't listened to. Not everybody goes way back to the beginning. And as I thought about what would be the most valuable for this week, it really was the value of a coach. We are starting Master Your Business today, actually. And there may be, I don't know as I'm recording this, but there may be a couple of spots left. And so after you listen to this, you might be like, yeah, I want to work with Sari in that container. You might not be ready to do one-on-one coaching financially or time-wise or just where you're at in your business. But actually, I think there's a ton of value in the cohort. I know we saw just the coolest relationships forming and support outside of just me in the first cohort of Master Your Business. And so I can't wait to see how it all comes together and gels for this next round. And so go check out masteryourbiz.co if this speaks to you. And if it's after May 9th, then we will do, I plan on doing another one this fall so you can get on the wait list. So this definitely isn't your, last opportunity. I love this program. And I did go back and listen to this episode. I was curious if there was anything I wanted to add now that it's been almost 2 years since I recorded that. So this was originally my 1-year podcast. It's something I refer to people a lot if they're considering coaching with me and they're a little bit on the fence, like, I don't know, it's a big investment. And so I recommend people go and listen to this particular episode. And so, yeah, it's been almost 2 years, like 21 months or so. And I wanted to see, would I change anything? Is there anything else I would add? And I was really struck with the fact that I talked about the maker, the manager, and the CEO and becoming those pieces of your business, not just the maker, which is what so many people do. And it was just so fascinating because it was well before I had launched Master Your Business. It was well before I really had crystallized these elements. And before I read E-Myth, which also really inspired Master Your Business. So I was just like, oh, look at that. I was talking about it already. I didn't even have this program yet. It's just really neat to see the way it's evolved. And now it's part of this whole program. I just love this container of Master Your Business as this group and the program that I created from that. So it's just cool to see the way it's evolved. I guess the only thing, honestly, there wasn't a whole lot. I was like, oh, I would say that differently, or I would add this. What I would add is now, almost 2 years later, I am a certified life coach, and these tools have served my clients so well to combine the business coaching aspects with the life coaching pieces, the mindset, the brain science, really helping people develop discipline, develop boundaries to realize where they're getting stuck and help them identify it. And using the tools of mindset, of life coaching to help them just progress and get over their BS so much faster. I mean, I look at one client and she never, I can say this with absolute certainty, and she would say the same thing. She never would have launched her business without coaching. And in fact, the week before she was about to launch, she almost didn't. And we had to do some of that deeper work, set aside the business and really get into what was going on. What are her thoughts, right? What's the emotion that she's creating? And she had a lot of fear about launching. And there were tears and there were working through it and really helping her get to a place of excitement. And she would tell you there's no way she would have turned it on if it was up to her, let alone, all the work that we did over a period of 6 months. She had been wanting to launch this business for years. And it was all of these things I talk about in today's podcast about accountability, about creating discipline, about having an expert who really knows the industry and all of the pieces that need to come together to launch it. And ultimately coaching through the fear of judgment and rejection and failure, and to some extent, fear of success. So much of what I offer as a coach is this high level, let's go big after your goals, let's 10x. And then we're going to create a plan together of what that looks like, everything you need to do. And then in the container of coaching, we have those weekly or every other week calls that really help keep you on track, that have the check-ins, that say, why isn't this happening? What's going on? Why isn't this coming together? What's preventing you? Real obstacles like other work or family, things going on in your life, and also all of the drama that you're bringing to it. And it's just a beautiful marriage of my unique abilities, my zone of genius. And I'm so honored and grateful that I get to serve you. I get to serve people in this way as a coach. And now opening up my business to even more people as a reinvention coach. Whether you are ready for a coach now or you want to be coached, you can have the same experience inside Fuel, which is my monthly membership where we do group coaching and can really help you with some of these pieces as well. So there's lots of ways to come work with me and master your business, one-on-one, Fuel, and you will see your timeline shrink. I like to talk about skipping the line with a coach and with an expert and having a super connector who can really get you going quickly, who can, just bypass all of the red tape and say, here's what you need to do. And then let's talk about what's going on in your mind to help you get through that and actually follow through. So without further ado, here is the episode.
The value of a coach from my opinion, my perspective, of course, but it's my podcast. So and I will also say, I'm also looking at it from my clients and I see the value that they are getting out of it as well. The first thing is accountability and support, right? They go hand in hand because if it was just accountability and you didn't feel like you were loved and supported and cheered on, that would be, I think, challenging. It probably wouldn't motivate you as well. But when you know that somebody is on the other side, that you have created goals for yourself, that you have created strategies to achieve those goals, and somebody is waiting for you each week to come back and report on your progress, right? To create those tasks and the things that need to get done. And then, you have to report in, right? There is that piece, that accountability piece. And I was actually doing a little bit of Googling on this topic of accountability because I was curious. I knew there was some numbers, right? Some statistics around it. And I found this really great site, very reputable. And it said they've done all these studies. And it says having an idea or goal. So you just have an idea, right? You are 10% likely to actually complete that goal. Isn't that crazy? Only 10%. So you have an idea to bring your salsa, your chocolate, your coffee, your kombucha, your granola, whatever it is to market. If you just have the idea, you're 10% likely. So 1 out of 10, right? Consciously deciding that you will do it, 25% likely. Deciding when you will do it, so setting a goal, by this date, I will have achieved X, 40%. Planning, taking time to actually plan and strategize, 50% chance of achieving that goal. When you commit to somebody, you share this publicly, you tell somebody what you want to do, 65%. And then having a specific accountability appointment with someone you've committed to. You guys aren't going to believe this. What do you guys think it is? Just give yourself come up with a number in your head. What do you think it is? 95% chance of achieving your goal. Isn't that crazy? Like if there were 10 people, 9.5 of them would achieve their goal. I don't know how to get a 0.5 person, but you get the idea. 95 out of 100 people would achieve their goal if they had that accountability. So the value of that to me is huge, right? I mean, what is the value of actually achieving your goal? Are you willing to make an investment in that? Are you willing to show up for yourself, to make a financial investment, all of those pieces, right? So another piece of something that's super valuable for me is that I'm working with somebody who knows the ins and outs of the industry that I'm in, as well as the ins and outs of my business. So I commit to my business coach for a year. And I know, and now we've been working together for more than that. Like he knows the ins and outs, the exact things about my business. I don't have to spend all this time catching up, right? It's just like he knows, he's always thinking about me. And that's how I'm doing with my clients, with you guys. I'm always thinking about ways that I can help you, things that I need to add. Like we added the QuickBooks workshop this year into food business success, because I saw people stumbling and getting hung up inside QuickBooks, and it was hurting their productivity and hurting their business. So I'm always thinking about, we added group coaching this year, just a couple of months ago, and that's going so awesome. That community of group coaching has been amazing. So I'm always thinking about ways that I can help you, that I can get you there faster, tools and things that I can use that I'm developing as I see the issues across the board with all of my clients doing this work of creating a packaged food business. All right. The next value of a coach that I came up is that a coach pushes you when you need to be pushed. They do not let you get away with your BS, right? They just don't. They hold you to accountability for your business, but also hold you to some certain standards of showing up for your business and seeing patterns of where you get stuck, right? And so a coach pushes you when you need pushing, and you need to show up and take more action. And when you are hiding behind fear and fear of rejection and judgment, you're hiding behind all of those things and you're procrastinating, right? So a coach really helps you to push. And I mean, think about Olympic athletes, right? Or anybody who wants to be the best in their field. They have a coach, right? Why would you do this without somebody who can be outside of you, or like a personal trainer, right? You are always going to do more work, show up, go harder when you have a personal trainer or when you're going to a class than when you're just at home working out. I know that to definitely be true for me. When I go to my Pilates class once a week, I crush it. I work way harder than I do when I'm at home. And I always try to go for it and do great at home. But man, having that expert, that coach pushing you when you need to be pushed is really, really valuable. On the flip side of that, though, is that a coach can tell you, hey, you are putting way too much pressure on yourself. You need to back off just a little bit. You need to give yourself some time to fill up your bucket, right? To take some playtime, to take a little break sometimes. You guys, I work with a lot of type A. I'm also very type A. And you get stuck in perfectionism. You get stuck in achievement, right? And there's nothing wrong with achievement. I'm all in. And this year, my coach has really pushed me to also work on fulfillment. And I think it's made a huge difference in my life. I have taken time out to connect with people I love, to have interesting experiences, to take a little time off. And so it's that balance, right? when we go out, when we work hard, we work hard. And there is time that needs to be built into play and connect and take a little break from your business to re-energize and refuel yourself. And that is exactly what a coach is for, right? Like if you're just doing it on your own, you're like, I don't know, is this the time to push? Is this the time to relax? And a lot of times relaxation can be super sneaky and show up as procrastination. And maybe you're not achieving what you could in your business. So there's a real balance there. The connections and the experiences that a coach can bring into your life. I will say that my world has gotten bigger because of coaching. And I have met more amazing people who have more connections, who want to help me succeed. And working with me, I have so many connections inside the food industry. You need a food scientist? Got them. You need somebody to help you with food safety, a HACCP plan, all of those pieces? Got it. You need a trademark attorney? I got that. You need an amazing graphic designer? I got several of those, right? And if you need help with Klaviyo or your website, like I got that. And so you get access to all of those things, right? You get access to this much larger world than if you're just trying to do this on your own, right? You're so focused on the doing of your business, the like day to day, that you don't even know who could help you and make your life so much easier. So I have found the connections, the expansiveness to be so valuable having a coach. Going on this journey of entrepreneurship, especially if you're a solopreneur, but honestly, even in a partnership, can be so lonely. You guys, most of the people I work with have never been in the food industry, have never been an entrepreneur before. And so now you are like trying to figure all of this out. And it is so lonely. I know I was there for a long time in my business until I got a coach. And like I said, not only just the coach, but the expansiveness of all the connections that I've made as a result of having that coach, the ideas that we were able to brainstorm that get me out of my little circle of sort of isolation, right? When you are by yourself or even with a partner, you guys are in this echo chamber where you're just listening to your own BS and you're making decisions based on what you think, but you don't even know. You've never been an entrepreneur. You've never been in the food industry. You don't know what you don't know. And that leaves a lot of space to fail. And when you're failing by yourself, it's super hard. It's super lonely. It's so much harder to pick yourself back up. And having a safe space with somebody who knows your business, knows the industry, knows other people who can help you, provides a community, and just, again, that super safe space where you can say anything to a coach. I hold that space open for you. I have had calls with clients inside Food Business Success and one-on-one clients that are we're dealing with tears and heartache and failure. And then we're also celebrating wins. And sometimes I have to be like, hang on, time out. Do you not see how far you've come? Right? Let's just take a minute before we go on to the next thing. You guys know who you are. I know I'm thinking of some of you in my brain right now. That you don't even stop for a minute to go, whoa, wait a second. Look what I just did, right? So there is this space that becomes all yours. And the program I'm going to be introducing, you will have an hour every week to have that space where you can tell me anything. And again, I won't let you get away with your BS. And we will celebrate and we will process emotion when things get hard. when you're, just going through, there's a denial or rejection, or there's lots of reasons. I mean, I've come to my coach in tears many times, more than maybe I want to admit. But it's a safe space to do that. I thrive when I am seen and when I am heard. And coaching offers that safe space. So I don't want you to overlook how important that is. Whether it's community or that one-on-one coaching, it is huge for your growth, for your ability to take risks, for your willingness to take more and more action to do hard things. All right, this one, you might be like, I don't know about that. But trust me on this, that when you invest financially in a coach, the rewards are exponential. What is the value of you being able to 10 times your revenue or 10 times your number of stores? Go after a big goal. What if you could 10 times your business with one investment? I know that has been true for me. Every time I put a transaction, every time I put money on the line, I show up, right? I show up in a bigger way. I am committed because I have made that investment. And that's exactly what coaching is. The value is an investment in yourself. It is investing in your business. It is saying, I'm not going to just keep quitting and keep trying and getting frustrated and then not showing up. And then I got to get myself all jazzed back up again, right? That takes a lot of time. You are slowing yourself way down. So I really think that there is so much value in putting money on the line. And I will tell you that I actually coached. I've been coaching some clients of mine for free over the summer, just for practice and for my certification. And I can definitely see the difference coaching people for free, that they don't always show up, just physically, right? They cancel. And that's okay. But I will say, when you put money on the line, you are a lot less likely to just let I'm having a bad day, I'm not going to show up. So if you want to be sure that you will do this, that you will show up, you will be the 95% that does achieve their goal, then making an investment is super important. I will never offer free coaching again after this time, because you absolutely do not get the value that you could get out of it. You will not show up as you could. And think about it. I offer so much value here on the podcast. I have amazing YouTube videos that cover just about every topic in the CPG world. And yet, how many of you have consumed all of the free stuff, but you're still not taking action, right? It's super easy to consume, but when you put money on the line, you will show up. You will take action. You will do the work to increase your confidence. And I promise you, from my own experience and from how I have seen it work with clients, paying versus not absolutely makes a huge difference. So don't be afraid to invest in your business and in yourself. It's an investment in yourself. If you are really serious, if you're really committed, if you have decided and you're doing all of those other things, but you want to push yourself from 65% just from planning and sharing with somebody to 95%, if you want to be 30% more likely to achieve your goal, put some money down, invest in yourself, and get a coach. A coach challenges your beliefs. A coach tells you the truth, right? No matter what. And I commit to tell you the truth no matter what as a coach. The hard things sometimes. Don't you want to be challenged? I mean, you don't know what you're doing in the food industry. You don't know the right path. Isn't that part of the growth? The beauty of being an entrepreneur is that you are challenging your beliefs, that you are growing, that you're evolving, that you are becoming the next best version of yourself. And like I said at the very beginning of this, for me, that is what coaching is all about. And that is what entrepreneurship is all about. I mean, the byproducts of coaching are like confidence and actually the business. But I will tell you that the best thing that has come from being an entrepreneur is making myself proud, is showing up and doing hard things, is that resilience and the failing and the learning and the getting back up again. And so you could say that actually having a successful, profitable business, not an expensive hobby, right? I'm in it to help you have a profitable business. Maybe that is the goal. And maybe the strategic byproducts are the confidence and the pride and the change that you will receive, that you will take ownership for. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know exactly. You have to decide that for yourself. But either way, do you want to go on this entrepreneurship journey? It's not just about creating a successful business. It's who you will become. And that is what a coach can help you see. They hold the belief for you, even when you are doubting yourself. And that is one of the most amazing gifts and the values of coaching. Holding space, holding the belief, seeing something in you that you can't even see yourself yet, right? Building up your confidence and your belief in your business is huge. I'm thinking about two different clients that I'm working with. One is in food business success, and she has an amazing business making croissants and macarons and these delicious pastries. She's never been in the food industry, right? And she actually has a sales background. And so she has a lot of great things going for her. I will say that, there are three roles. Like I mentioned, there's the chef, the manager, and the CEO entrepreneur, right? The visionary, the person who's setting the goals and the strategy. And then there's the doer. And she definitely thrives as the chef, as many of you guys do, right? It's the passion for your product. That's what it's all about. That's why you started this. But she struggles with industry knowledge and then also just the entrepreneurship piece, right? And not wanting to do all the things that need to be done as a whole, right? It's not just about making the pastries, it's all of the other stuff. And so we had some great conversations, and I think this is so valuable to help her understand the food industry, help her understand the pacing and the timing of the accounts that she's trying to get, and that it's nothing personal. To also stop and celebrate her wins. I could see she was going, yeah, I did this thing. It was awesome. Oh, and then here's all the other things that are wrong. Here's all the other things I should be doing. Here's what I should have done differently. And it's time out. First of all, let me explain how chefs work in the food industry and how buyers work. And then let's also just take a minute to celebrate those wins. I have another client, and she's doing amazing. I'm so proud of her. So I don't want her to think that she's doing anything wrong. This is entrepreneurship, right? This is the hard things. You guys are really good at making your product. That's okay. But now you got to get good at being a CEO and being an entrepreneur and setting the course, and then also the doing. Or sometimes it's not always about you doing it. Sometimes it's about you delegating it. And which things should you delegate? So I have another client, and we are doing coaching, and we have set a big goal for the end of the year. And we had such an awesome call. So it's kind of fun. Actually, one of the very first episodes, might have been like the second episode, was on obstacles and strategies and goal setting. So we followed that worksheet, and I had them, put in their goal and then list all of the obstacles. And then together we're coming up with strategies, right? Because I know the industry, and I can help with all of the mindset drama, right? When you set a big goal, because your mind's like, oh, that's a lot of work. And I don't know how to do that. Let's just stop and maybe it's good where we're at. Let's go watch some Netflix and eat some cookies, right? So we had such a great call, and I was able to offer them some different ways to view their goal. And I watched the transformation. I saw the energy change in them when I had them question the goal in some different ways. And they went from being like, oh, it's halfway through the year. This is going to be hard. It was definitely not excited energy. And when we reframed the goal and showed them some other ways of looking at it, I could just see the energy change. And they literally were like, oh, this is easy. We can do this. That's not hard. It was so fun. And I am just so grateful that I get to be a part of that experience, that I get to be on your journey. And that is why I do this. That is the value of a coach, to help you look at things, to challenge your beliefs. And then we just started coming up with strategies, and we made decisions. You guys, a coach can help you make decisions and feel really good about it. And it's not magic. You just make a decision and you decide that it's the right one. But there is that piece of having somebody else tell you, yeah, that's the right decision, right? Especially in the beginning and when you don't know the industry. So we just made some decisions, and I just saw this weight lift off of their shoulders. It was so fun, so phenomenal. And the last value I'm going to offer here, the value of a coach. Think back to why you started this business. Or if you haven't started, think back to why you want to start. If you already have a product, think back a little further to when you were just making this out of your kitchen and you were dreaming about having this business, right? Think back. It was probably to have more fun, to have more freedom in your life, and bring the joy, right? The delicious joy to others by your passion expression. And a coach can help you remember your why. And frankly, let's have more fun. I am here to help you have more fun in your business. Believe it or not, creating a profitable CPG business can be fun. And I'm super fun. And so why not, let's just have some fun together? Why can't we play a little bit more in your business? You guys start this, and you started out of passion. You started out of wanting to have fun and freedom. And then you get into it and it gets so serious, right? And you're just like, oh, this is the worst. And you avoid your business. Having a coach can be so fun. And I would love to help you have more fun creating a profitable packaged food business. All right. So that is my list of the value of a coach. And honestly, there's more, but I think those were the highlights, the ones I really want to bring to your attention, and the things that I can't imagine my life any other way. And I'm so grateful to my past self, 15 months ago, who decided to invest in a coach. I have 10 times that investment. And I want to invite you to 10 times your investment, to not give up, to not quit. There's a lot of value in not quitting. If we know that like where our destination is and we know where we are now, a coach is a bridge builder. Yeah, I've built those bridges. Like I can build bridges for you. We can do it together to get to the other side. And it's just a matter of consistency and discipline and just doing the work.
I love this time of year as we start looking ahead to fall and September. I think that this time of year is the perfect time to hit the reset button, to reset our goals, and to really reinvigorate ourselves and go all in. And so if this Value of a Coach podcast is resonating with you, I want to invite you to join me in my new business coaching program. The intention of this program is to work with established CPG brand owners who have at least 6 months in business or 10K in sales to date. And we are going to look ahead to the end of 2021 and say, what is it that you want to go after? What is your big goal? Is it 50 doors? Is it 100K in sales? Is it new branding and growing your followers? It can be whatever lights you up, but use this time, this refresh as we go into fall to set a big goal and then work with me as a coach, all of the value that I listed here, and get weekly one-on-one coaching where we look at all of the obstacles, all of the things. We get it out of your head. I know in theory, you know that you need to get it on paper, but you don't because it's not fun. But when you have a coach, we make it fun. And when you make that investment, you show up every week and you do the hard work. So we list all of your obstacles and then we start creating strategies that will get us to the result that you are after. And I promise you, you will not regret making an investment in yourself, no matter what. So if this interests you, if you want to learn more, head over to sarykimble.com. The links will be in the show notes as well. You can go check out the webpage and learn more about the program. And then when you're ready, click on apply now, fill out some super simple questions, and then you are going to book your call right there. So we will get on a call and we will learn more about your business and my style of coaching and see if it's a good fit for us. I'm only taking 5 clients in this program in 2021, and one of them is already booked. So if you are interested, don't wait. Go to sarykimble.com. If you are ready to get the value of a coach to literally 10 times your investment, what are you waiting for? Head over to the website, go apply. There is a recipe for success. And the first step, the first ingredient is working with a coach. I would love to be that coach for you. Until next time, have an amazing week. The smartest thing you can do as an entrepreneur is to invest in a who to help you with the how, to speed up your journey and help you skip the line. When you are ready for more support and accountability to finally get this thing done, you can work with me in 2 ways. Get me all to yourself with one-on-one business coaching, or join Food Business Success, which includes membership inside Fuel, our community of food business founders that includes monthly live group coaching calls and so much more. It's one of my favorite places to hang out, and I would love to see you there. Go to foodbizsuccess.com to start your journey towards your own food business success.